Howdy, my name is Linda Anwar from the Malaysian Student Association at Texas A&M. Welcome to the 2021 Virtual Culture Week. In this video, our small team has prepared a very compressed presentation on our country, Malaysia. Malaysia is really a melting pot of cultures that it is almost impossible to present about our culture in this very short period of time. So, we are going to go over only some examples. This is where Malaysia is. As you can see, Malaysia consists of the Peninsula Malaysia and the East Malaysia, which is on the Borneo Island. Our capital city is Kuala Lumpur, and one of the things that Malaysia is known for is the Petronas Twin Towers, which are the tallest twin buildings in the world. This awesome video here is a collaboration between drone photographers in Malaysia to commemorate Malaysia's Independence Day on August 31st. You should check out the video to see beautiful aerial views in all 13 states and 3 federal territories of Malaysia. Next, let's talk about food. There are probably over hundreds of Malaysian dishes to try, but when it comes to delicacies, there are some that are very noteworthy. If you look up Malaysian delicacies, there's that one dish that is always at the top of any lists. It is called nasi lemak, which is a dish that contains fragrant rice cooked in coconut milk and pandan leaf, served with spicy fried chili paste, fried anchovies, and sliced cucumber and egg. Some expensive nasi lemak will also include fried chicken in the dish, or prawns. The cheapest version costs just a mere 1 ringgit Malaysia, usually wrapped nice and tight in banana leaf and a piece of newspaper. You can never go wrong with nasi lemak. Cheap or bougie nasi lemak, they are all delicious. Though sometimes the cheap ones taste much better. There are a lot of blind taste videos on different types of nasi lemak. Here is one of our favorites, check it out. A few more dishes that I should mention are Hainanese chicken rice, which is roasted chicken with seasoned rice served with a unique spicy and sour chili sauce, and satay, which is skewered and grilled to perfection meats served with peanut sauce. This is an example of video showing some of the plethora of existing Malaysian dishes that you should try if you ever travel to Malaysia or find a Malaysian restaurant. But warning, the taste is usually more authentic if you try the dishes in Malaysia. Dialects. Again, since Malaysia is a multicultural and multi-religious nation, there are multiple languages being spoken in Malaysia, and for each language, there are tons of dialects spoken depending on the region. The official language of Malaysia is the Malay language, and there are probably about 10 dialects of Malay language. Here is a list of languages in Malaysia on Wikipedia. But one thing we'd like to highlight is the Manglish language. This is unique to Malaysia and Singapore. Singaporeans call it Singlish. And it is basically a form of Malaysian colloquial English with a heavy influence from native Malay, Chinese, Tamil, and other indigenous languages. The first step to speak Manglish is to add the suffix lah at the end of sentences. For example, wow, this video is very informative lah. Check out this video on Manglish. Traditions. 2 interesting Malaysian traditions that we would like to highlight in this presentation are wedding traditions and monetary gifts for celebration of festive season. Wedding traditions are very different in every Malaysian culture. Most wedding arrangements involve multiple phases, involving meetups between the 2 families before the wedding reception. At a wedding reception, bride and groom would be seen in beautiful traditional clothing with specific flow of the event according to the respective traditions. Here is where you can learn more about weddings in Malaysia. Ang Pao is a Chinese tradition that has been adopted by the Malay and Indian people in Malaysia. An Ang Pao is a red packet that is the size of a Malaysian note so that the cash money would fit nicely in it. Just as the Chinese would give Ang Pao during New Lunar Year celebration or at wedding ceremony, the Malay people would give out green Ang Pao during Eid celebration, and purple Ang Pao would be given during Deepavali celebration. The green and purple Ang Paos are a tradition unique to Malaysia and even neighboring countries such as Indonesia, Singapore, and Brunei. Check out this website for beautiful, beautiful designs of Ang Pao in Malaysia. Traditional music. We'd like to show 3 examples of traditional music in Malaysia. The first one is called Malay Gamelan, which is an ensemble of percussion instruments. Our second example is the Chinese orchestra, which is made up of different types of Chinese traditional instruments. The third example that we'd like to highlight is the musical instrument called sape. This instrument has a unique sound and is internationally known as the sound of the rainforest. The Orang Ulus of the Malaysian Borneo were the ones who started playing the instrument, and it is considered as a sacred instrument. Traditional clothing. Out of the many and different kinds of traditional clothes in Malaysia, this video here showcases most of the Malaysian traditional clothes. Traditional dance. The first one is a Malay dance called joget. It is a dance performed by couples with graceful but fast and playful movements. The second example is the lion dance. It is performed usually during Chinese New Year or the opening of a business establishment. Malaysia has its own lion dance championship called the Genting World Lion Dance, and it is regarded as the most prestigious championship. The third example is the Indian dance. Here is a snippet of the dance. And the final example of a traditional dance is of the Murud people in Borneo called Magunatip, which is also known as the bamboo dance. So that ends our video presentation for TAMU Virtual Culture Week. We hope you enjoyed this presentation. We have the links to these videos and websites, and you can get them from our Instagram page called malaysia.tamu. Feel free to check it out and follow our account. Thank you for watching.